Hello, hello. Welcome and happy National Fresh Fruit and Veggie Month
And Dairy
and
Month.
Dairy Month. That's
Yes.
right. My name is Jo Kyocho. I am a SNAP Ed nutrition educator in Hudson Valley.
And my name is Bintu Hans, and I'm also a SNAP Ed nutrition educator in the Hudson Valley.
And we are so excited to have you. It's summer. It's beautiful out. It's actually a hot heat wave here in the Hudson Valley, but this is one of my favorite seasons, Bintu. What is your favorite season? That's
I'm
why
a
we're
summer
doing
baby, so
I
we
love
are.
summer.
Yes.
And soon, all of our farmers markets will be fully stocked with fresh fruits and vegetables. So that's why we chose to do these two recipes today. Our rainbow rice salad. And what are you making today, Bintu?
I am making a fruit parfait. It's a fruit salad this time of year.
Love it. I love it. And again, we're going to make use of a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables, but we're going to use our recipes. Of course, these recipes are super customizable, so whatever you have at home on hand, go ahead and give it a try. If you are using it, then they will be slightly different from the nutrition facts labels in our recipes. The recipes will be posted in the chat box. It does help us save time and money, but use what you have on hand. Experiment a bit.
I know. Open that fridge. Let's see.
That's right.
But we have a bunch of things, and we're going to do that. So just I think we can get started.
Get
right?
started. Should
Why don't we do
we
that?
start with the rainbow rice salad?
Let's do that.
All right, so let's do a salad. I love to learn how to balance my meals. So one of the best ways to know how to balance your meals is by using our My Plate. All right, the USDA food guidance is using half your plate fruits and vegetables. There are some grains and proteins as well as dairy. So that's a great way to know how to balance your meals. Think about what you need to be adding. Think about this plate. Do you have enough fruits? Do you have enough vegetables? Do you have some grain, protein, or dairy? All right, so let's go ahead and start. We are going to do our rainbow rice salad. Again, the recipe should be posted there. And we are going to be using brown rice. We pre-cooked it, of course, beforehand. Very quick and easy. It is a whole grain, so the USDA does recommend half of your grains to be whole grain.
Yeah.
What that means is that for the whole grains, there's still 3 pieces all intact. The bran, the germ, and the starch inside. That means it digests much slower.
Yes.
I'm going to say much more
That's
quickly.
what I know.
Much slower, and that's why it does not spike your blood sugar, but also it helps to add some fiber to your diet.
Exactly. Fiber is so important.
Fiber is so important.
Yeah, and I love what you just said. Your rice is already cooked. Right? So this is a great recipe that you can make your grain or your rice ahead of time, freeze it, have it ready, makes you save time. Great way to get going,
That's
especially
right.
in the evenings when you have to make dinner.
That's right.
Yes.
If you already have it in your fridge, in your freezer, in your pantry, then you are most likely going to use it, right? So go ahead and make a big batch, stock it up for later. So we have our 3 cups of rice.
And Joe and I often joke, we come from parts of the world where rice is king.
That's right.
Right? So we wanted to know, how else might you customize this recipe? What are the grains that you have, in your house that are part of your food tradition?
That's right. What other grains do you use? So one of my favorite grains, if I didn't already have brown rice in my pantry, I likely would have used quinoa. Yes.
Good. Nutty flavor. Yes.
I even try to mix sometimes quinoa with my brown rice or even white rice to kind of help balance the starches in there and add some more protein. So anybody in the chat box, if you'd like to give us suggestions for what other grains you would like to use.
Put it in the chat box. All right, so we have our rice. Jump into our veggies.
Veggies.
And
Yeah.
when are we starting then?
We're going to start with a cucumber. So we have most of this already cut up, but make sure you are, of course, scrubbing your veggies, right? And typically I do like to keep the skin on. It does have a lot of nutrients, but for some people, they do peel. So what I like to do, if you have someone who doesn't like maybe all the skin with all the nutrients, then I make a little bit of a zebra cucumber, right? So that it does leave some of the nutrients intact, but exactly, and then it's just a nice, colorful veggie, right? You're going to want to dice those cucumbers, and then Bintu will add what we already made. So this recipe actually calls for seeded cucumbers, but guess what? We did not find seeded cucumbers, so
we're going to save time, right?
We're going to save time.
Yes.
We're just going to go with what we have.
Yeah. The great thing with cucumber, full of water, great for hydration, right? Good for our bodies. So the more you can eat, the better.
That's right.
It's also available this time of year, and they're not very expensive, very inexpensive vegetables. So,
That's right.
yeah. All right, so we got a cucumber.
Done.
Oh,
Next one.
Next one.
Our bell
Bell
peppers.
peppers.
I love bell
Oh,
peppers.
Yes, I love the colors. And look, Joe is chopping up our red bell pepper, but we do have a yellow and orange. So all the colors of the rainbow. So Joe, how can we make sure we're getting, all our vitamins and things?
That's-
Is there a trick?
That's a great question. No tricks involved except for eating the rainbow. Right? Different colors bring in different nutrients. So it's a good idea to get a lot of color into your onto your plates, in your diet. So our different fruits and vegetables. So I went ahead and took the seeds out of my peppers. Go ahead and dice that up. Then two,
Yeah.
peppers, fruits or vegetables? I always get this question from the kids I teach.
I think it's a fruit.
Good.
I learned that.
Yes.
This is a nutrition school that if the seed is inside, it is a fruit. It's technically a fruit.
Botanically a fruit, exactly. So what that means is plant scientists will usually think of anything with seeds inside as a fruit. But
So are we having a fruit salad then?
well, here's the thing. It's actually both a fruit and a veggie salad because nutritionists see it slightly different. They group these into vegetables because of their nutrient content, right? So although technically, botanically speaking, a fruit, it is actually a vegetable in the eyes of a nutritionist. Right, exactly.
Yeah. Red peppers are going, and this is a great thing that you can get kids involved with. Bell peppers are softer to cut, so they can use a butter knife. I think you
Yep,
said you've done
exactly.
with some kids, and they're more likely to try food if they are involved in the preparation of it, right?
Very true. I say that every time I do this Facebook Live with peppers. Because kids are often afraid of peppers. They think it's spicy or maybe a little too bitter or just not interested. But if they try it, if they chop it, well, even go a step further, if they plant it, if they water it, if they harvest it, and then cut it, they will most likely taste it.
Yes. Bell peppers are sweet too, so that might be one.
Super sweet.
Lots of fibers.
That's right.
Yeah, and we are going to have the bell pepper tips and tricks link in the chat box, so please do click on it. It'll tell you all about bell peppers.
That's right.
Yeah. So what's our next colorful veggie?
Next colorful veggie is going to be green, and that is an avocado. Then two. I went to the market today
Yes.
and accidentally got the green one.
Oh
Of
no.
course, you gave me a good tip not to get the
Yes.
green one, so I'm going to give you that one, and
Yes,
I will
give me
use
this
our ripe one.
So yes, this is a little trick. When they are not ripe, avocados are usually this color green, and as they ripen, they get that beautiful aubergine kind of purple color, right? The other thing that you want to do is you just want to give it the good old test, press on it. If it's a little soft, it's ready to go. And then another little tip is the trick. I can't talk
Tip,
today.
I got
is
you.
looking at the little stem here. When you peel it, if it's still very green, it means that it's not ready. If it's a little brown, then it's ready to go. All right.
Fantastic.
So there we go.
And have you ever used one of these little seeds when, have you seen most people take the seed out and plant it?
I have.
It's pretty
kind of
cool.
fun. They're pretty
Yeah.
plants.
They are. They're
Yeah.
very big. They're beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, and talking about seeds,
Mhm.
did you know how seeds are made, Bintu?
Sure.
Well, fun fact,
Uh-huh.
seeds, well, maybe you'll guess.
Uh-huh.
So there's this little thing that goes from flower to flower, flying around, dropping.
bee?
It's a bee.
Yes.
That's right. So, well, bees, other insects like ants, and even things like bats. And guess what week, other than National Fresh Fruit and Veggie Month, as well as Dairy Month, it is Pollinator Week. That's right.
Very cool.
So our pollinators make thousands of our crops here in the U.S. It's really important to understand where our fruits and vegetables come from, and of course, to know what to do with them once they're made.
Actually, yeah. All right, what's our avocado in? Avocado is a healthy fat,
That's right.
They're really
Good fats.
fat in them. Adding more to our plate, right? It's a trick we're adding.
think always about what to add. Nobody wants to live in restriction, right?
And
When people are trying to be healthy, they always tell me, what can I take away? What can't I eat? What shouldn't I eat? Actually, think about always, what do you need to add? Take a look at that My Plate. Do I have my grains? Do I have my fruits, my veggies, all the things that my body needs to be nourished?
yes. And where do I add them? Is it breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks?
All throughout the
Yes.
full day to nourish yourself.
Right.
All
So
right.
let's add some flavor to this thing, right? What are we adding next, Jeff?
We're going to go with the green onions,
Green
right? Also maybe called scallions in some places. And, oh, we already chopped them this
I
morning.
know.
And as I was chopping, I actually asked Binti a question because there's a myth that nutritionists are chefs. That is not me. I follow recipes strictly.
Yeah.
But I did actually not know, even though I love onions, it's one of my favorite vegetables, I didn't know which part to use.
Yeah.
And Binti, maybe you could share
So do you like
what you told me.
onions a lot? If you like onions a lot, then you could use the entire thing. But the white part of it is actually what has the more pungent smell, right? Or the taste. So you would start with that. So if you're cooking, if you're sauteing, I only would do that. You can also chop the entire thing and put it in. But the green part is a little more subtle, so you can use it to garnish, or you can use it when you're cooking.
I love that.
Yeah, but today, because Joe and I
Love
again,
onions.
we're putting the entire thing.
Fantastic. Oh, I love
There
that.
you go. And Joe, you have money saving.
Yes, I
that
do
you
have a
were
money
telling
saving
me
tip.
about. Here.
So if you actually cut off the top of the onion, the green part of the onion, maybe about an inch, leaving about an inch. Oh, I say that, of course, there's no roots on this one. So this little funny haircut this onion has is actually its roots. All right, so you're gonna wanna cut off maybe a couple inches, leave that, and just put this bottom part in water. And actually within a couple days, oh, you probably wanna put it in
And
a
smaller,
jar
maybe?
that is smaller.
Yeah.
it'll start to grow these green leaves again. Right? So you
can
will,
keep having the gift that keeps on
that's
giving.
right, green onions.
Yeah.
the gift that keeps on giving.
It gives a lot of
So
food.
you don't
And you don't have to salt, right? Salt, yeah.
Yeah, and onions are such a great way to do that. The garlics, the onions, oh, it's just delicious. I even use garlic powder if I don't have garlic. So experiment with your spices and herbs to reduce sodium.
Yeah.
What's next on the list?
Let's
Bintu?
see. Okay, we need to continue, flavoring
That's
this
right.
dish. So we have some soy sauce.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
And we are, of course, using our low sodium soy sauce.
And we need about a third of a cup of
Third of a
that.
cup. I did share that I'm not a chef, right? So I do follow instructions. But actually, once I do know a recipe, then I stray a little bit.
Yeah.
Just like Bintu and I added all those onions because
We become friends.
yeah, we know we love onions, so I know I'm not going to mind the extra onions in there. Right? So a third of a cup of soy sauce, low sodium soy sauce in the mix. Right?
Oil.
Great.
Oil, healthy source of fat.
Tablespoon of that. Right?
And then the recipe does call for some sugar. What are you thinking? Should we add a little bit or
We can add a little bit.
Sprinkle.
Sweeten up. Yeah, that sounds great.
here?
Oh,
Put it on a spoon because having accidents.
That's right. Good idea.
We want to limit our sugars.
All right, thank you.
Alrighty. And we're gonna zhuzh that.
Zhuzh.
Yeah.
You'll be the zhuzher.
Delicious.
All right.
Good.
That smells amazing. Ready.
We're getting our mix up well. You can put that in a jar. You want to use it for some other thing. But right now we have just the amount we need. So we're gonna
Perfect. Sprinkle it on.
Yes,
Are we ready?
go
You ready? Okay, I'm ready. You ready? I'm ready, Bintu. Okay, so pressing over our entire salad. So this is what it looks like so far. I hope you can see that. Go ahead and mix it up. Rainbow of color, hence the rainbow rice salad. Oh, and that's why we're both wearing rainbow earrings, by the way. We wanted to match our food today.
Yes.
So,
It's such a great way to, add to your dinners, add some fruits, add some vegetables to it. Whatever you have in your house, what other vegetables might you use in it? Please put it in the chat box. Do share with us. If you do make that recipe with different vegetables, take a picture and send it to our team. We'd love to see your creation. Or maybe you're following along right now and really, really nice to see some of those pictures.
What are you adding?
Yes, very good. What might you add that's different?
I might add some broccoli. I'm a big
That's
fan
great.
of broccoli.
Yeah.
Yes. And maybe some cauliflower.
Yes.
Yeah.
Carrots.
Oh, how could I forget carrots? Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so
All
that was
right.
rainbow rice salad.
Rice salad. Let's move on to the fruits.
Let's do our fruits.
Right, so for the fruits, we've decided today because it is National Dairy Month, we are going to do a parfait, yogurt parfait. How does that sound?
That sounds delicious. Love it.
So of course, yogurt. And I'm not going to use the yogurt right away, but I'm going to show it now, right? So it's plain, unflavored, so no sugar added. You know, sugar is one of the biggest contributors of calories and all other things in our diet, and it's non-fat as well. And we got a big container of it. It's why.
Save time, save
Save
money.
money, exactly, right? So I put that over here. And then what do we have next? I think we're doing our fruits. And today it is strawberry season as well. And we're all about saving money as well, right? This is a good time of year to buy them. We have strawberries and blueberries, and then we have pineapple. And I'm going to talk about the pineapples in terms of saving money in a little bit. So for our strawberries, of course, we already chopped some of them, but just if you're doing this at home, strawberry, chop stem off, right? And then you can half it or quarter it, or what is it, more than quarter? No, I'm cutting it. Eighth.
Not quite sure.
Yes, so we're going to chop a bunch of them, in them here in the bowl. Right. And then we are going to add our blueberries, about a cup of blueberry. And just a reminder, wash your fruits, wash your vegetables. These were rinsed and they're ready to go. Look at that beautiful color. Right? Right. So are there any other fruits that you might add to this? Let us know in the chat box. I know we have a lot of folks who love parfaits. Kids love parfaits.
Yes.
So I'm really curious, what do you do in your house to make it nice? And our next fruit.
Ooh, I love pineapple. It's one of my favorites.
So good. So we have about a cup of pineapple here. I took it out of the can already. And what we want to point out was the pineapple. You can buy fresh, but fresh is usually a little bit more expensive. Also, I'm a terrible pineapple.
I have no idea.
Cutterer. I know,
Yes.
is that a real word? Chopper. So I prefer to get the canned. And what we want to point out is the 100% juice. Canned in 100% juice, because if you get some that says other things in it, it might have added sugar. And you want to stay away from the added sugar. It'll also like a cheaper option.
Yes.
This time. Okay? Put this back here. All right. What else am I adding?
You're going to be adding some of the pineapple juice. Remember, it's all natural juice. 100% natural fruit juice. So a little trick in this recipe is to sweeten some of the fruits, is to add that juice over the whole thing. Let it sit and soak up that yummy, yummy, delicious 100% juice. And just mix it all. Exactly. Toss it around. Let it soak into the strawberries.
Right. And
And
have something.
That's
Texture.
right. Yeah.
We're all about texture.
love that.
We have some almonds. Slivered almond. A little crunch. And what else does it give it?
Some protein.
Some protein.
Good amount of protein, right? So sometimes when I'm out on the road teaching, I always get the question about, for people who have trouble controlling their blood sugar, about how can they incorporate fruit, or they've been told they can't eat as much fruit. So of course, listen to what your doctor says. They know me, they know you better than I know you. But one way that we do really recommend is to adding one of the other food groups from my plate. So that could be a protein, like the nuts, or it could even be dairy, like yogurt, a string cheese with your fruit, right? Something to help balance out that sugar. Right, so in this recipe, we're using slivered almonds, but there's options. If you can't do almonds, you could do seeds, sunflower seeds.
Yes.
Pepitas.
Pepitas, yeah.
Those are really good too.
Pumpkin seed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So all sorts of different things you can add, right, to balance the sugar.
Yes.
And another thing, if you have extra fruit, you could actually also add it into your water.
Yes.
Right? So That
Can you imagine some of this
sounds
in a cup of
already
water?
delicious.
There?
I'm imagining myself in a spa day right now.
Aha.
Amazing. So if you have extra fruit, go ahead and throw it in a glass, put some water over it. Did you know that most of our sugar in the American diet actually comes from sugar sweetened beverages? So good thing to focus on water, getting water in, and then of course to flavor it with
Exactly.
right? So
Here, I think it says, yeah, it makes 4 servings, which is quite a bit, right? Try some of this here. And then what we want to do is just add a dollop of our low fat and flavor yogurt. We'll have a measuring. I'm going to use that actually. Thank you. All right.
a little dollop of yogurt right on top.
It looks like ice cream.
Yes.
Right? Which is my other favorite dairy. Really, that's really the one that I like. But hey, we're balancing our diet. Look at that.
Beautiful rainbow rice. Sorry, I'm talking over you. Rainbow rice salad.
Well, I'm promoting mine, okay? So
and a beautiful fruit salad with a dollop of yogurt. So these are some great recipes to bring along with you to your summer barbecues or your Pride celebrations. Happy Pride!
Yes.
Right, so it's a beautiful time of year to bring some really rainbows in the form of food to your celebration. So hopefully those are easy enough recipes for you to try at home.
Great to me. Because we're busy. Save time. We're busy. Hey.
Right, reminding you that all of these items will be available at your local farmers markets soon. And if you're curious about what's in season across New York, we do have a guide that we can share in the chat box below, so you know what's coming your way. And
So should we do some questions?
Sure, that's a good idea.
No questions.
No questions? All right. I guess we were very thorough.
But if you have questions, please do send them to us. To answer them. Send your pictures.
Yes, please do.
Yeah.
Tell us how you changed this recipe, if you adapted it in any way. I love to add bananas to my fruit salad, all sorts of different things you can add. Kiwis, ooh. One of our teammates, Megan, added kiwi once, and I was blown away. That was exciting. All right, so thank you so much for joining us today. Be sure to check out our website, snapednewyork.org, for other great recipes.
Oh, yes, tons of recipes.
Yeah, other tips, other tricks, how to save time, how to save money, how to eat healthy. And
I know you love to tell jokes.
you want me to tell a joke?
We do bell peppers. You need to tell.
A bell pepper joke.
Yes.
Bell pepper joke.
Before we say bye.
Okay. Why did the bell pepper not want to fight?
Because it's sweet.
Ooh, that's a good answer. It was a sweet pepper.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's because it didn't want to get jalapeno business. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Thank you for dealing with my jokes. Look out for our next Facebook Live on July 31st. See you then. Have a great day.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.